Have you ever mistaken attention for love? Or maybe you thought love meant constant communication, grand gestures, or someone always wanting to be around you. I get it. Society, movies, even some personal experiences can blur the lines between what love seems like and what it truly is. But today, we're going to break this all down because real love, whether romantic, platonic, or even self-love, is deeper than what most people think. By the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of what love actually looks like, how to recognize real love in all areas of your life, and practical ways to cultivate it. So, let's get started. All right, let's start with what love seems like. Things that can easily be confused for love, but don't necessarily mean a relationship is built on true love. What seems like love, but isn't always. Physical intimacy.
Layla had been dating Jordan for 3 months, and their relationship was intense. The chemistry was undeniable, and they spent nearly every night together. But every time Layla tried to talk about her feelings, her goals, or even just open up about her day, Jordan would brush her off or change the subject. One night, as they lay in bed, Layla asked, "Do you love me?" Jordan smiled, kissed her forehead, and said, "Isn't this enough?" That's when it hit her. Their connection was physical, not emotional. She had mistaken closeness for love, when in reality, love listens, understands, and values more than just the physical.
Without emotional security and trust, this is just surface level connection. While physical closeness can be an expression of love in romantic relationships, it is not the foundation of love. Intimacy without emotional security, trust, and mutual respect is just momentary pleasure, not real love. Constant communication.
Nina and Xavier texted nonstop. Morning, noon, and night. There wasn't a moment when they weren't talking. She felt secure in their relationship, believing their constant conversation meant he truly cared. But when she asked for quality time in person, without phones, Xavier always made excuses. "We talk all day. Why do we need to go out?" One day, Nina's best friend asked, "But do you feel seen? Does he actually understand you? Or does he just like talking?" That's when Nina realized communication isn't just frequency, it's depth. And without meaningful connection, all the texting in the world wouldn't make up for a lack of true love.
Because someone texts you all day doesn't mean they respect or truly care for you. Frequent calls or texts may feel reassuring, but they don't automatically equal love. True love isn't measured by how often someone contacts you, but by the quality and depth of your connection. Obsession or attention.
Caleb was obsessed with Maya. He constantly asked where she was, who she was with, and when she didn't respond fast enough, he'd call multiple times. At first, Maya thought it was sweet. He must really care, right? But then his caring turned into control. He'd get upset if she spent time with friends. He'd accuse her of not loving him if she wanted space. It wasn't love. It was possessiveness, masked as affection. One night, after yet another argument, Maya's older sister told her, "Real love makes you feel free, not trapped." That was the moment Maya realized love isn't about ownership. It's about trust.
Infatuation is real. Infatuation isn't love. Love is steady, not possessive. Someone being intensely focused on you might feel flattering, but love is not about possession or control. Obsession can stem from insecurity, not genuine care. Frequent dates and/or time spent together.
Bella and Chris had been dating for 6 months, and she loved how often they went out. Fancy dinners, weekend getaways, and spontaneous road trips. It felt like something out of a romance movie. After another amazing dinner, Bella said, "I love spending time with you." Chris smiled, but quickly changed the subject. He always avoided deep conversations. They had fun, but Bella realized they never talked about the future, their values, or even personal struggles. She tested it. Instead of planning a date, she said, "Can we just stay in and talk?" Chris hesitated. But where's the fun in that? That was when it hit her. Their relationship was built on experiences. not emotional connection. Without the dates, there was nothing solid holding them together.
True connection isn't about how much time you spend together either. It's the quality of that time. Spending time together is important, but quantity does not replace quality. Love is not just about doing fun things together. It's about being there for each other when things aren't always so fun. Gifts and money.
Jasmine's boyfriend, Ryan, always showered her with gifts, jewelry, designer bags, even a surprise weekend trip. Every time they had a disagreement, he'd show up with something expensive. At first, Jasmine thought, wow, he really cares about making things right. But after a while, she noticed a pattern. One day, after a big argument, she told him how she felt, how she needed more emotional support. Ryan sighed and handed her a bracelet. See? I care. Now let's move on. That's when Jasmine realized, love isn't about compensation. It's about understanding and effort. A gift can't replace an apology. Money can't replace connection. And no amount of material things can make up for a lack of real love.
Generosity is nice, but love is not something that can be bought. While gifts and financial support can be acts of generosity, they are not proof of love. True love cannot be bought. It is built through emotional investment, not material things. Love, real love, is so much deeper than this. What love truly is: respect. Without respect, there is no real love. Love honors the dignity, feelings, and boundaries of another person. In friendships and relationships, respect means valuing each other's individuality and not trying to change or control one another. Forgiveness. Love isn't about holding onto offenses. Love does not hold grudges. It recognizes that people make mistakes and chooses grace over resentment, not by ignoring wrongdoing, but by fostering growth and reconciliation. Trust. A relationship without trust is just stress with good moments in between. Love creates a foundation of security where both people feel safe being their authentic selves, knowing they will not be betrayed or manipulated. Sacrifice. Love is about mutual giving, not just taking. Love is not just about what one can gain, but about what one is willing to give. This could mean compromising, being there for someone during hard times, or putting their needs above your comfort when necessary. Commitment. Love stays steady, even when the initial excitement fades. Love is consistent. It doesn't fade. When feelings change or challenges arise, it stands firm, choosing to nurture the relationship even when things get hard. Mutual support. Helping each other become better versions of yourselves. Love encourages growth. Whether in friendships or romantic relationships, real love means wanting the best for the other person and pushing each other towards personal and collective goals. Shared goals and growth. Moving in the same direction together. Love fosters unity. Whether it's building a future together in a romantic relationship or striving for similar values in friendships. True love is about growth, not stagnation. Communication. Love isn't just about talking. It's about being heard and understood. Love involves honest, open, and kind communication. And it's about being able to express feelings, concerns, and needs without the fear of rejection or judgment. Love in friendships and platonic relationships. Love isn't just romantic, it extends to friendships, family, and even professional relationships. A real friendship isn't about always being available, always saying yes, or always agreeing. It's about being there in a meaningful way, respecting each other's time and growth, and being able to speak truth with kindness. What love looks like in friendships. Encouraging each other's personal growth. Holding space for vulnerability without judgment. Setting and respecting boundaries. Showing up in times of need, not just when it's convenient. Celebrating each other's wins, not competing. Having honest, tough conversations when necessary. What love is not in friendships. Keeping score of who did more for whom. Expecting constant attention or validation. Being possessive or jealous of other friendships. Staying in the friendship out of obligation rather than genuine connection. Mindset Minute. Now, let's take a moment to reset our perspective, because understanding love isn't just about knowing the difference. It's about shifting how we think about love altogether. If you've ever felt unloved because someone stopped giving you attention, or if you've questioned whether you're truly loved because you don't receive constant reassurance, I need you to pause, breathe, and recognize that love isn't about how much someone does for you, but how they treat you in the long run. Love is not desperate. It doesn't beg for validation. It doesn't fear being alone. Love is patient, kind, and secure, even within yourself. So, here's your mindfulness challenge. Start observing the love in your life. Are you accepting shallow versions of love? Are you offering real love in return? Write down ways you can start shifting towards authentic love today. Scripture Minute. Now, let's take it even deeper with scripture, because let's be real, God gives us the best blueprint for understanding love.
1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. This verse alone tells us that love is not about control, obsession, or constant validation. It's about kindness, patience, and trust. 1 John 4:8. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. Love isn't just something we do. It's a reflection of who God is. If we're struggling to understand love, we need to draw closer to the source, Him. John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Love is about sacrifice, not selfishness. Whether in romantic relationships or friendships, love means putting others before our own convenience at times.
Love means putting others before our own convenience at times. Real love reflects God's nature. So if you're ever unsure about what love should look like, come back to these verses. Healthy, practical ways to practice mindfulness and love. Now that we've redefined love, let's talk about how to practice this understanding in our daily lives. Number 1, set boundaries that reflect real love. For example, if someone only loves you when you're giving them something, that's not love. That's a transaction. Number 2, practice self-love by treating yourself the way you'd want to be loved. Be kind to yourself. Stop accepting less just because it's familiar. Number 3, communicate honestly and openly in all relationships. Real love means being able to express your needs and listen to others without manipulation or fear. Number 4, watch actions, not just words. If someone says they love you but constantly disrespects you, believe their actions, please, not their words. So, the next time you wonder whether what you're experiencing is real love, ask yourself this question. Does this love bring me peace, growth, and security? If not, it might be time to step back and reevaluate. Let's keep this conversation going. I would like for you to comment below, what is one thing that stood out to you about real love? And there you have it, my beautiful mindfulpreneurs. If you enjoyed this video, then I'm sure that you will enjoy this one next. And if you found this video helpful, do hit the like button so that this content can reach more viewers. Oh, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more mindset wellness content like this one. As always, remember to stay focused, stay connected, and always choose joy. Bye.